So it's funny how the universe works sometimes. Um, so we're going to be doing a movie review today on Beast of War. This is a World War II shark attack movie from Australia. It's actually loosely based off an actual shark attack that happened. Um, but yeah, it's funny how the universe works sometimes. And what I mean by that is, um, I had seen this movie. This Blu-ray was actually given to me by my friend Chris. Thank you, brother. I know you're probably watching this, but I had seen the movie on Shudder. I do have a Shudder account. I do have Shudder, and I have been watching it, and it did recently premiere on Shudder. But this isn't a 2026 movie. This movie came out, I think, in December of 2025, so I'm not going to count it. Um, but I was actually the day of I was going to do this review yesterday. Um, the Blu-ray comes in from Chris. He does tell me a lot of the movies he's going to send me, but the cheeky little guy that he is, um, he sometimes sneaks movies in. So I had a surprise in there. So I rewatched the movie again and decided to do the movie review today. Again, it's funny how the universe works. Anyway, so let's actually talk about the movie itself. So what is Beast of War? Beast of War is, like I said, the actual it's actually inspired by a shark attack that happened in Australia during World War II on Australian soldiers. The story centers around a group of Australian troops who are being trained in case of an invasion of the Japanese. That was actually, I know we kind of joked that that Australia was overblown. Like, some historians always have this thing of like Australia overblew their fears over the invasion of Japan. I can assure you, the possibility of Japan invading Australia was very real. In fact, they tried it a few times. So Australia was genuinely like worried about the thought of being invaded by Japan. So this follows a group of soldiers in training, and the whole overseeing of the whole overarch of the film is camaraderie between soldiers, because in the most brutal moments, and they illustrate it through a through an exercise among the soldiers. This general, or commanding officer, I should say, says you're not all you're going to have is your mates. When it's all said and done, all you're going to have is the guys beside you. So there's a strong build of friendship between two soldiers, and they're kind of the main focus. And we do have other ones who, one of the characters is our main character is Aboriginal, so he kind of gets called some pretty awful things here and there, but but essentially what happens is they're on a boat. The boat gets destroyed by a Japanese torpedo, and they are left in the debris. However, there's a great white, which they do identify. I find it funny that, like, I'm not funny, but like an interesting note that, like, the guy basically says that's a female. It's a female great white, and everyone's like, how can you be sure? And he's like, the females are always bigger than the males. And here's another interesting tidbit about about Beast of War. This movie it does use CGI. I'm not gonna lie, it does use some CGI, and this is a low budget movie. But here's the kicker: they actually use an animatronic shark in the film. They actually use like a legit animatronic shark. You can tell it's an animatronic shark, but God bless them, they were so proud of it. It was clear where the budget went. And that was kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to want to watch this movie, was because it was based off of it was using an animatronic shark. You see, that's the thing, is that while we make the joke that Hollywood uses a lot of sharksploitation, and justifiably, that a lot of those movies are hot piles of garbage. Australia, when they make a shark movie, some of it may be bad, but like there's like thought process to it, and also some of them are legit scary. Like, perfect example, the reef is genuinely like it's got a lot of tension to it. I've talked about it in a short last night. It's one of my favorite shark movies that isn't Jaws or Deep Blue Sea. Yeah, and when I say American shark movies are bad, I'm not talking Jaws or Deep Blue Sea. I'm talking like the mountains of shark crap movies we get. So, yeah. Now, the movie does focus on a group of soldiers trapped on this debris as the shark closes in on them, but there is also an added element of a Japanese Zero that is hounding them as well. And there's some pretty tense moments to when they face this Zero. The shark, it basically becomes like throughout the film, like they're not really doing anything. Shark shows up, eats one of them, leaves. And everyone then just fights. And also they suffer the whole thing of being dumb in some cases. Like sometimes they do act pretty stupid. I'm not gonna lie. In some cases, now one character is gonna get a lot of flack for being dumb, but there's a justifiable reason that he suffered a brain injury during the explosion. So he's basically like they have there's a reason for it. I mean, does he still do dumb shit? Yeah, he does, but there's it's not like, oh, he was stupid to begin with. He's actually like, oh, you actually got fucked up. So, yeah. I do like, again, I think the stuff when they encounter the Japanese pilot, there's a really intense fight scene there. I think also when the shark first shows up, it's pretty cool, but I do think that it does run into a routine in the second half of the film after they introduce the shark. It's just like I said, guys are sitting on the debris. Shark comes along, eats one of them, leaves. They argue, and then they kind of rinse. And then they just stop arguing, and then it's just rinse and repeat from then on out. And that's really that's really just kind of the general kind of thought process. That's the general plot on a whole. But is this movie bad? Not really. It's kind of entertaining. Like you're not going to find Jaws here. Is it cool that we got an animatronic shark? Yeah. Is it obvious that they were proud of it? That shark, yeah. The fact that they put money into an actual animatronic shark, I will not take away from them. And the other thing is too that, you know, how often do you see a movie put money into using an animatronic shark, no matter how. I swear to God, guys, it looks like something from the Jaws ride. I'm convinced they stole one of the animatronic sharks from the Jaws ride and just stuck it here. Like they found it in the scrapyard and remodeled and repurposed it. I swear. Anyway, but I think it's good. I do think it's a solid one. It's not a bad shark movie. I think the acting's pretty fine, and there is some solid gore. Like there is, if you're here for shark gore, I think you'll get your solid fix here with the shark gore in this film. Yeah, but and I will say again, it does end in a way you'd suspect, but I'm not going to spoil it for anyone. Anyway, I do recommend it though. I would say if you have Shudder, I would say give it a rent. Yeah, I would say give it a watch if you have Shudder, or if you want to rent it pretty low. There you go. But yeah, Chris, thank you for this movie. I wasn't expecting it, although I should have for some reason. Anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below if you've seen Beast of War. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of it. Like it, hate it. Comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.